The name Albert Einstein has become a symbol of genius. But behind that brilliance lies a story of struggle, curiosity, and courage. Einstein wasn't born famous. He was born different. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, Germany. He didn't start speaking until he was almost 4 years old. His parents feared something was wrong. Teachers said he was too slow to learn. But behind that silence was a deep and restless mind. A boy who wanted to understand everything around him. One day, his father handed him a small compass. As the needle moved, Einstein's eyes widened in wonder. How could something invisible make it point north? That single question, why, became the heartbeat of his entire life. At school, Einstein was often frustrated. He disliked memorizing facts and obeying rules without reason. His teachers saw him as a rebel. He saw himself as a seeker of truth. When he turned 16, he left school, tired of its limits, and began learning on his own. He studied physics and mathematics independently, reading beyond his textbooks, filling notebooks with wild ideas and strange equations. Eventually, he entered the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, but even there, his mind wandered far beyond the classroom walls. While others memorized, he imagined. While others followed, he questioned. After graduation, Einstein hoped to teach, but no one hired him. He applied to schools, sent letters to professors, and faced silence. Finally, he took a job at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. It wasn't a scientist's dream job, just reviewing other people's inventions. But while others saw boredom, Einstein saw opportunity. His mind was free. He used his spare hours to think, dream, and experiment, not in a lab, but in his imagination. Then came the year that changed everything, 1905. In one astonishing burst of creativity, Einstein published 4 papers that reshaped science forever. He explained the photoelectric effect, proving that light can act as particles, photons. And he solved Brownian motion, proving that atoms are real. He introduced the special theory of relativity, showing that time and space are connected. And finally, he gave the world E-mc2, energy equals mass times the speed of light squared. These ideas broke the laws of physics as people knew them and opened the door to modern science. From a failed student to a patent clerk, Einstein became the man who redefined reality. But his journey didn't end there. He was about to change the world again and face the true test of fame, humility, and purpose. In just a few short years, the world went from ignoring Albert Einstein to calling him one of the greatest scientists of all time. But even success could not satisfy his curiosity. Einstein began to question the very nature of gravity. What if gravity wasn't a force at all? What if it was the curving of space and time caused by mass? For 10 long years, he wrestled with this idea. He failed, doubted himself, and started again. And finally, in 1915, he introduced the general theory of relativity, one of the greatest scientific achievements in history. When a solar eclipse in 1919 confirmed his theory, the headlines read, "Light deflected by the sun. Einstein's theory triumphs." Overnight, Einstein became a worldwide celebrity. But fame didn't change him. He lived modestly, speaking kindly and walking wherever he went. He said, "Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value." He believed true greatness was not in wealth or power, but in curiosity, compassion, and courage. As war and hatred spread through the world, Einstein spoke boldly for peace and justice. He stood for freedom, equality, and education. He said, "The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything." Einstein reminded humanity that wisdom is nothing without goodness. Einstein changed not only science, he changed how we think. He showed that genius isn't about being born smart. It's about staying curious when others give up. He proved that failure is part of discovery. That imagination can unlock truth. That questions matter more than answers. He said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, but imagination encircles the world." Even in his old age, Einstein continued to work every day, seeking what he called the unified field theory. He wanted one equation to explain everything in the universe. He didn't find it before he passed away in 1955, but his quest inspired generations after him, from quantum physicists to space explorers. So when life doubts you, when your dreams seem too big, and your path feels uncertain, remember Albert Einstein, the silent child, the rejected student, the clerk who dreamed beyond limits, and the man who forever changed the way we see the universe. He taught us that every great idea begins with a question. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. So keep asking, keep dreaming, keep imagining, because your imagination, just like Einstein's, can change the world.